Hey guys, it's Charlie and you're watching Wednesday in Our Pagan Opinions. I am so sorry for not posting last week. I completely spaced posting on Our Pagan Opinions, and I was also supposed to sub last week Monday on the Pagan Perspective, and I spaced that too. I was doing a bunch of stuff and I just completely forgot about both channels. It was embarrassing and crazy, and I made the joke that I guess it has to happen once in a blue moon, because the blue moon was last week. So anyway, this week we're talking about one of my favorite things to talk about, and that is spirit guides, and who they are and what they mean to us and how we found our spirit guides. So, my spirit guides, I had tried when I first started practicing, I tried to find my spirit guide, or like my main spirit guide, and I was unsuccessful. I tried to find my totem animals and my animal guides, and I was unsuccessful. And it wasn't until maybe about 6 months ago that I finally, oh no, it was longer than that, maybe like 8 months ago that I found my first spirit guide. And from then on, once I realized what it feels like to find a spirit guide and to know who your spirit guide is, from that point on, then I was able to find more. So the first spirit guide that I found, I did a video on it, and then I removed the video because I was getting scolded because I said my spirit guide's name, and I told everyone my spirit guide's name, and everyone was like, "You're not supposed to do that, blah, 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 blah." So I was reprimanded, and I was like, alright, whatever, I'll just take it down. But my first spirit guide that I actually found it in conjunction with two of my animal guides. Basically, I found my animal guides, and then they led me to my spirit guide. Two of my animal guides are, one is a doe and one is a stag. Not a buck, but a stag. And they led me to my first spirit guide. And he is a Native American shaman, and I haven't figured out what tribe he's from yet. I haven't asked him, I guess, but I haven't figured out what tribe he is from. But I found him while I was knelt over, like a pool of water in the woods, and this was through a guided meditation. I found all of my spirit guides through guided meditations. So this first one, first I found two of my spirit animals, and they led me to my spirit guide. And his main, I don't want to say purpose, but like what he does for me the most, or what he's like responsible for, I guess, is keeping me open and healed, and allowing me to continue to stay open. He's also he's very stern, very serious, and he'll laugh sometimes, but for the most part, he's sort of like a strict dad with a sense of humor, and he'll let me know hard messages if I need to know hard messages, but he mainly keeps me healed. If I need any healing whatsoever, or if I'm about to do a reading and I feel like I need to be open, he's the one that I go to help me with that. And I always call in all my spirit guides when I open Sacred Space. Anytime that I'm doing any sort of working or any sort of reading, my spirit guides are always there for me to basically call into Sacred Space. So he's my first spirit guide that I found. The next spirit guide that I found was, well, let's see, did I find any animals after that? I don't think I found any animal guides after that. But the next spirit guide I found was through, oops, I'm sorry. The next spirit guide I found was through Flora Peterson's inner child meditation, and was my inner child. And that meditation was just so amazingly moving. It brought me to tears every time that I've ever done it, or every time that I've gone to search for my inner child. It's an extremely emotional experience. And that guide is basically my inner child, and she looks like me when I was about Zoe's age. And she also manifests in the physical world as a butterfly, and she's there to basically keep me open, keep me trusting, keep me not taking things too seriously, keep me basically happy and enjoying the little things. You ever notice how little kids, they always have this appreciation for just the little things that we think are just so silly and a waste of time. Like Nozomi made me stop on the way walking back from her school this afternoon. She made me stop for 5 minutes while she blew the little things off dandelions and blew the little wishes off the dandelions. And that type of thing that you lose as you are getting older and as you have more responsibilities and things like that. It's not good to lose, and they're still buried way deep down, and everyone has an inner child guide. And if I encourage you, if you haven't worked with your inner child guide, oh, it's amazing. So my next spirit guide that I found was my inner child guide. After that, I did a meditation in my sanctuary. And basically, I have a sacred sanctuary in my mind's eye, and just this beautiful, peaceful, serene place that just feels so, it's just amazing. And I didn't go there intending to find another spirit guide, but one showed up. And my third spirit guide that I found is, he wears like this hat, this brown hat that sort of looks like, he actually is dressed kind of like Indiana Jones. He wears a hat that's kind of like Indiana Jones, and then he's got this brown like trench coat thing, and he's like tan. He's like a Caucasian man, but he's tan, and it looks like he kind of like works outside a lot. Like he's got that kind of tan, sort of, forgive me, but like the sweaty glow to him, like he's been working hard. And what he does is he helps me. He's there to give me messages and to allow me to have visions, to allow me to see things, to allow me to accurately interpret energy, accurately interpret insights and messages that come through from spirit. And so he's basically kind of like my right-hand man when it comes to doing readings, and when it comes to basically just taking messages and interpreting them correctly. So he's the one that helps keep my mind's eye open, keep my heart space open, keep everything open and receptive to what spirit has to offer. I'm sure I have other spirit guides that I haven't connected with yet, but those are the three main spirit guides that I have, and I work with them very, very regularly. And if anyone is interested in automatic writing, it's not for everyone. I've always been a writer. Anytime that I needed to clear my head, anytime that I was going through a really hard time, I would just write and write and write and write and write and write and write. It's insane. I have an online journal that goes back 12 years, from 2000 until present day, and there were periods in my life that were very, very difficult, and I would just go and I would write. And my dad said that my writing was just so powerful, and it would just kind of take him away, and I didn't realize that what I was doing at the time was automatic writing. So one of the things that I just had to do for a piece of homework the other week was automatic writing, and I had to do 2 different sessions. And for me, when I'm doing automatic writing, I do automatic typing because I type faster, but that's how I can really, because I communicate so much in words and spirit communicates so much through emotion, it's a really good way for me personally to be able to reconcile the two. And I'm able to get very clear, very unmistakable messages when I'm doing automatic writing. So that's something that I encourage if any of you are writers out there, or if you feel very comfortable typing or writing, that might be a way for you to connect with some of your spirit guides and understand what they have to say to you. So basically what spirit guides are to me and what they mean to me, they are basically parts of oneself and guides that we've maybe known in a past life, or guides that we've known while we were all connected as Source, while we were part of Source. I mean, we're all part of Source still, but while we were consciously part of Source and not in the physical world, basically they are guides or spirits or components of Source that have made an agreement with us to guide us through this life. You can also have soul, I believe you can also have kind of soul guides of people who are still in the physical world. It could be a stranger, it could be a coworker, it could be a family member, but someone where you are just connected on such a soul level, and you may not even know this person, but they may come through in a reading as a guide, but really they're still alive. Like, I've known a woman who, her aunt came through in a reading, and the woman was like, no, my aunt is very much alive, and it was because her aunt and her, they shared this bond on a spirit level, that the aunt was there as a spirit guide, even though the aunt was living as a physical human being presently. So anyway, that's what spirit guides are to me. How I found mine were all through meditations, and meditation is such one of the topics that we did. I can't remember if it was on here or if it was on Pagan Perspective, but one of the topics that I had done a video on was my favorite form of divination, and hands down my absolute favorite form of divination is meditation, because you get so much information and so much energy that comes through and insights that come through while you are actively meditating or inactively meditating, or while you're consciously allowing yourself to be open and in a quiet space, that if meditation is not part of your daily practice, I really, really, really encourage you to bring it into your practice, because that's really when you begin to grow, is when you have that stillness and you listen to it, because what's coming through in that moment is spirit, and whether that's spirit as in source or spirit as in spirit guides, is up to you to be able to decipher as you become comfortable. But anyway, yeah, I think I covered all our spirit guides. What are they? What do spirit guides mean to us, or what are the spirit guides to us, and how we found our spirit guides. So, yes, those are all of the answers to my question. Never mind. I got done with work just a little bit ago, and Nathan's got this delicious macaroni and cheese in the kitchen waiting for me, so I'm going to go do that. And the rest of you, well, all of you, I guess, have a wonderful, wonderful week, and I will speak with you all soon. I love you. Blessed be.